What's the most ridiculous effed up thing you've done for money? In high school I worked at an automatic car wash. It was a touch-free system, but the sensors failed a lot and would misjudge the length of the cars. The padded arm would hit the vehicles all the time. It was cheaper to pay an idiot to stand with his hand on the emergency shutoff all day getting sprayed in the face with hot mist than to fix the sensors. It was a long, hot summer for this idiot. I'm assuming your username is the nickname you earned there. I used to pick cherries for $12 a kilo of picking. Starting at 5 a.m. until 5 p.m. Good money, but that was rough. I met a lot of backpackers traveling around AU. It was interesting meeting a whole group of people from all corners of the world picking cherries with me in Australia. It was always raining and freezing. Don't have gumboots? Your shoes are soaked. Showed my PP in 4th grade for $5. No regrets. Got $5 and a silver award for my PP. Reaction to this depends on who you showed it to. 4th grade girls on playground versus dude in a van down by the river. Hey. $5 is $5. When I was 8 years young I pissed in the sink at school for $1. He did not pay me the dollar and then he told on me. I really needed that dollar too. My older brother used to keep his porno mags at the very top shelf of my closet. Perfect place where nobody could reach and my mother would never look. One day I had discovered them while my little boyfriends were over playing N64, tomboy little sister here for your info. So of course they all started fighting over it and asked if they could take certain pages. So I requested $1 per page and that quickly moved on up to $5 page. Word got around recess that I was hustling porno pages for cash. Racked up some good money that year for a 10-year-old. Brother had no idea and obviously couldn't ask his little sister where his mags were. It was the perfect hustle. How much did you make? Enough to clear out the school's vending machine of Red Flash and Fruitopia for months. I wrote term papers and research papers for $20 per page for rich idiots when I was in college. I could have been expelled if I was caught, and I realized later that I probably should have been charging way more since I was earning degrees for other people who now probably make way more money than I do. Should have charged $60 per page at the very least. It's high risk so of course it's gonna be high cost. I did this a couple of times when I was out of university but really hard up. Never again. It felt icky even at the time, but with the benefit of hindsight even more so. The tipping point was when the guy stiffed me on the bill after I'd already sent him the essay, rookie mistake on my part, so I googled the specific question he'd been set, found his university, and sent an anonymous mass email to the English department explaining the situation alongside a copy of the essay I'd just written for him. Pay your freelancers, folks. I had a guy send me $150 so he could send his own dick pics to me for a week. I've seen many weird sorts of fetishes, but never this. Did he ask for rating comments and such? Yeah, he would ask me how different angles looked and if I liked certain things he did. He also would only send pics videos when he knew I had time to reply. Honestly, getting honest reviews probably wouldn't be a bad idea for someone who wants to send dick pics to a significant other in the future. From my understanding, dick pics usually seem to be the most horrendous looking pics around. There's no reason a guy's nudes can't look good if they put in the effort. They're just always done in the most unflattering ways so getting some coaching could do someone wonders. There's still the issue of people sending them unprovoked though. Yo, I'll look at your dick and review it for $150. I'll do it for $125. I, mid-20s male, was a bartender at Pretty Divey Bar in my hometown for a little while after college. It was run by an alcoholic speed freak, and he's well-meaning but not at all bar business savvy wife. It was a disaster of all sorts, but I needed money, and the commute was short. Anyway, after 6 months of fairly slow business they instituted Ladies' Night on Wednesday. Cheap drink specials and male dancers. The dancers were B-Squad Chippendale dancer types, but the 50-year-old housewives loved it, and they dropped cash, both in my jar and down the dancers' pants. Now, we didn't have the license to go nude, so the gents just went to tight tiny shorts. Well, as far as ideas went it wasn't bad. After a month of these we were getting in 25 to 30 extra bodies in the door on otherwise dead Wednesdays. Our few regulars, a bunch of male UPS drivers just coming off shift, just sat facing away from the stage and would randomly hook up with heated up ladies. Well, one day the dancer didn't show. I don't know if it was traffic or if his spirit finally broke, but he was more than an hour late and not picking up the phone when we called. The ladies were drunk and it was getting a little ugly. The owners, myself and my female barback were at a loss as to what to do. We didn't want to lose what little business we had built up, but we didn't have anyone to dance. We jokingly even asked the UPS guys if one was willing to do a special delivery in exchange for free drinks. They weren't drunk enough to take up our cause. So, I stepped up and decided to do it myself. I'm not an ugly guy, but I am definitely not in the shape that people would pay to see undressed. I also have a negative sense of rhythm. I can't even clap in time. Elaine Benny's dances better than me. But the show must go on. I took a shot of Jack for courage, threw on the Tesla CD that someone had left in the sound system and took the stage. Fortunately, the ladies were drunk enough that they cheered me on as I awkwardly gyrated and shook my ass. I threw my shirt at them and whipped my belt above my head while wearing Red Wing service shoes. It was ridiculous. Still, I went the whole way and worked the audience by dancing on a couple of laps. I was groped and money was put down my Dickies work pants. A couple of 50-year-olds had my crotch thrown at their face while they screamed with joy. I did 2 songs before I took a bow and wandered off stage, out of breath. It was pathetic, but enough to soothe the beast of their desire. They were back the next week to see the new dancer we hired, and they smiled and tipped extra for the rest of my run at that bar. I made $25, and it is the $25 I am least proud of. More ridiculous, but I took a shot of vinegar for $20. Had it halfway down my throat when the guy said he was kidding and didn't think anyone would do it. In the end, he gave me what he had in his wallet. A single dollar. I have it in my nightstand and refer to it as the vinegar dollar. My roommate just drinks the leftover vinegar when he's done using it for his fries. In my high school chemistry class, I drank about half a bottle of imitation vanilla extract for $20. It was awful going down, but my breath smelled like heaven and greatness afterwards. Not me, but my friend. I helped him with it, so I think I can tell it. Long story short, he was catfishing some dudes into thinking he was an attractive woman and managed to get a guy who offered a good amount of money for feet pics. Very specific feet pics. Cue us spending the rest of a Saturday afternoon getting baked, shaving my friend's legs below the knee, painting his toes, rating our roommate's Shurak, with her consent off, and taking these very specific feet pics for this dude. Money was sent later that evening. Pretty much paid for weed for our apartment for the semester. Drank canola oil for $6. Said I'd do it for $5 as a joke. Someone put $6 on the table and I couldn't back out. Threw up, but spent the money on 2 Mountain Dews and a Slim Jim to wash away my shame. 2/10, wouldn't do again. Kid I knew ate all the pencil shavings in sharpener for a nickel. A nickel. He needed that nickel for a new pencil to eat. Not me. But my friend wanted COD Black Ops 2 to play with me, so she had sex with this guy who was borderline obsessed with her in exchange for the money to buy the game. I still give her flack over this. I personally didn't offer this deal for 2 reasons. 1, I was in a committed relationship at the time, and 2, I had like no damn money to even buy her it. LOL. I sold somebody a dime bag of oregano with some stems and seeds in it. And they came back to buy more. Hey, a placebo high is still a high. I accidentally sold someone photos of my feet when I was 13. I was at a car wash with my sister and wearing some modest heels. It was after church. I was wandering around while she cleaned the car, and a 40-something man offered me $200 to take pictures of my feet in my shoes. I never took them off. So consider that I'm 13 and I'd never even seen $200, so of course I said yes. Somehow I knew what I was doing wasn't 100% okay, though, so I kept it to myself until it came up at a party when I was 17. I had a oh crap moment, and everyone had a good laugh about one of the most innocent people they knew probably being on a feet website somewhere. It was unintentional but still F up. In 3rd grade, I ate a dollar bill for $5. No regrets. You then had $6. We paid a kid $10 to lick a Petri dish that had some sort of foodborne illness on it in biology class. He spent a week in the hospital. This is the best, dumbest so far LMAO, awesome. Okay, I was a bad child, but this guy was kind of dick and deserved this, and that will be explained farther down. I poured sewage waste from my dogs on his porch. I got $60 for it. Guy used to shoot us in the leg with fake bullets that hurt like hell and would also shoot me and my friend's dogs. And if he is somehow on Reddit and sees this, F you for using your height against 12-year-olds and their dogs. Whoever paid you that money has reasonable morals, I approve. Let my friend hit me on my bare ass with a 1-inch in diameter wooden curtain rod. It hurt to sit a certain way for a few days, but money.
Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Reddit stories. Mothership will be glad with you.